Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Just want to say thank you, everybody, for all the positive feedback on the harness bar and harness install. To all you R32 sedan and or coupe owners, I would highly recommend, and yes, I know it is somewhat dangerous to run just a C-pillar. I do plan on in the future to run a full cage in the event of a rollover. Myself will be saved, but in the meantime, this will do. Today I was planning on working on the Prelude, doing all of the new brake and rotor upgrades, but to be honest, my main job has been kicking my butt. I'm incredibly exhausted right now, but like I mentioned in the last video, we do have everything ready to go. I just need to catch up on sleep, to be completely honest with you. So today we are going to be mocking up the 30mm D-Max guards. John finally acquired the paint for the body kit just the other day, so he's gonna do a spray out for me, show me via pictures on the phone, and or I might run by the shop real quick to check it out to make sure that it matches as perfectly as possible. It's taking so long because we are not only painting the BN kit, front bumper, side skirts, and rear bumper, but we're also doing the, of course, front 30mm guards and the D-Max wing, which I'll also be mocking up today as well. But since the kit is actually so big, he wants it to be as perfect and matched as possible. And also we will be installing the front set of work wheels for the Skyline, the Work Kiwamis, running 18 by 9.5 plus 12, which the only way I could run those right now is of course running the D-Max 30mm guards. And once everything's mocked up, I'm going to see if I need to tuck any of the existing wire harness up, because I know that is a common thing to do on the S chassis, because I would hate to rub through that. And depending on fitment, not today, but I'll have Tyler readjust my camber, maybe take a little bit of the camber out. Right now we are rolling on -6.5 up front and -5 in the rear, which is perfect. But for this install, I know it is 3 bolts on the bottom of the guard here, 3 bolts on top of the guard, and then also there are 2 bolts on the guard that mount the headlights. And there are also 2, I would guess you would say, inside the car. 1 on top there, and 1 on the bottom here. Before we begin, check that out. When the sun hits it just right, the iOS is a little bit too high. You can see kind of that glitter effect. Mito, how are you, brother? I'm exhausted. First things first, coffee. Back home, so first we're just going to go ahead and jack up the Skyline, just the fronts. I'm going to go ahead and take off the front fender liner. Should be about 3 or 4 screws. Update, so we got a majority of the bolts, again, top of the guard, 2 on the door, 3 on the bottom of the guard, and then 2 that hold the guard to the headlight assembly. Unfortunately for me, I don't know if you guys can see, but my freaking pinch weld is bent over one of the bolts I need to take off here on the driver's side. Should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna heat it up and then bend it out, see if I can straighten out this whole pinch here.
Use a grinder.
Oh my god, grind it out. And after that, everything is pretty much ready to go. All right, Warren and I got the guard on. My apologies too, there are a couple more bolts. So after the 2 headlight bolts, there is a bolt here. You do have to take the bumper off because it does cover it, but now we have everything exposed. Rub that thin. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this too. But yeah, that's wild. I mean, not a lot of rust actually, maybe here, but can easily wet sand that out, give it a good clean. The wiring harness does look like it's tucked up pretty well, so I'm not going to mess with it. Maybe here I'll just find a way to tuck it up even more. But for the most part, everything's good. Guard is in great shape. I am going to hold on to this, paint correct it again. Let's go ahead now and mock up the 30mm D-Max guard. All right, forgot to tell you, we are also putting on the Kiwamis. Beautiful, that just looks so raw, dude. That is hella raw. Dude, those are some big wheels for the small car. Oh my gosh, why the Kiwamis look bigger? I know, jeez. 18 by 9.5 plus 12. 225, 35 tire, keeping them at about 45 pounds. Man, I can definitely see why these wouldn't fit on stock guards. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the front guard resting. I know it doesn't look too cool in its current form because it's unpainted, but honestly, look at that. That 30mm extends just right. From the rear, it looks like a Gundam. At first I was kind of iffy. I thought this was a little bit ricey in the rear, but once it's painted and with the BN kit, it's going to look wonderful. In terms of fitment, at the right angle, the 9.5 pokes out just right. In terms of wheel fitment, of course, looks like it'll clear. And in terms of the kit fitment, honestly, for fiberglass, reputable company D-Max, I would give it a solid 9.7 out of 10. Of course, we have to do our own custom drilling, but there's holes that indicate where to drill, and with two people, this shouldn't be too complex. So you got your two, of course, you bolt there, and then you drill here to bolt to the chassis itself. 3 on top, 2 on bottom, 2 in the door. The fitment is perfect, everybody. I won't know for sure until drive and turn the wheel. Kind of skeptical about this lip here, but my suspension is pretty stiff, so I think we will be quite all right. And I don't think I'm gonna put the chicken wire in here. That's just too much for me, honestly. But solid, everybody. Super happy. So here's a little before, stock guard, 17 by 9 plus 33. Slightly more of a difference. Right now, Warren and I are going to start drilling into the kit where the hole indicators are. Just going to use a small drill bit to drill through the kit, but small enough to pierce through the female side of the bolt holes. And then once I send it back from paint and get it back from John, God knows how long, I'll expand the holes and I'll bolt it on permanently. I'm just kind of skeptical about the bottom here because the way it flexes, but we should be okay for the most part. And I got a little bit crazy too. I went ahead and painted my fuse box as well. Came out pretty good. Update, so we got the driver's side guard all nice and, say, hold up. Just got done taking off the passenger side. This isn't lined up at all, but it takes 2 people to get it near perfect, but honestly still very surprised on how the 30mm D-Max guards lined up. Also got the Kiwami on, nice and torqued down. I cannot wait to take this car out on a full set of 18s. Going to go back to the alignment shop and sit down with Tyler and see if we can dial the fitment in a little bit more. I may have to trim up the lip on the guard as well, because actually my coils are max raised since I have the GK Tech drop kit. Alright, so we got the D-Max wing mounted, nice flush look. Unfortunately, we got all these holes covered up. We're gonna have to do some Bondo work and then send the whole trunk out to paint as well as the wing. So the wing honestly might be on hold, but looks good. Just missing the roof wing. That'll come in time. I cannot wait until I get the remaining parts back from paint from John, and of course send my guards out to paint and get those back as well. Finally experiencing that R and S chassis lifestyle. Bits and pieces gone, but I cannot wait until everything's back on. It's gonna look so much better. I cannot wait. I'm gonna pull up the Skyline tomorrow so I can see how aggressive my front setup is, because again, I do have GK Tech's lower control arms that extend out to 65 millimeters. I just have them set at 40 millimeters. So I got quite a bit of track width. Also, while the front guard was off, I went ahead and degreased part of the chassis here as well. I think it came out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and sand off some rust parts and paint them, as well as this side too. Killer. Let me know what you guys think about the wheel setup and the setup that I'm doing in general. I appreciate all the feedback, both good and bad. Just trying to knock out this project so I can start working on the Prelude again. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. I got work in about 4 hours, but just again, thank you everybody so much for your continuous love and support, and thank you for the support on the Skyline build. Skyline has definitely, and I emphasize definitely, came a long way in such a short amount of time. We're already through halfway of October. In about 30 to 32 days, it'll be the 1-year anniversary of me owning the Skyline, and I couldn't be any more grateful for all these opportunities and the upcoming videos that I'm going to put out. A video I'm excited to make once the Skyline's kit is back is a how much does it cost to build an R32, or how much have I invested into this R chassis since I bought it from day one, and also answering some questions. So hopefully within a month and a half, that video will be live. I cannot wait. And also my buddy Evan wanted to tune the Skyline since he knew I got the Haltech Elite 2000 series in, but told him no because it's still kind of too soon, and I found the turbo I want to buy. I'm now just deciding on injectors, and that's pretty much it. I got the fuel pump ready to install here soon, and once all is good, hit up Evan. We'll tune the Skyline. I can't wait for that video as well. I am going to buy a GoPro so we can have some nice POVs. So again, stay on the lookout for that. Other than that, thank you everybody so much for your continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.